Buford, come here. Laugh. Oh, yes. Whoa, good evening. Hello, how are you? Welcome to episode 4 of the Ask Wingy and Aviary show. As most of you know, I'm Charlie, and I also have with me tonight, joining me again, Sean. We have Buford, or Rupert. Buford? He likes to laugh. He's in full kike attack mode. Don't bite my ear. This is Trixie. She's a green wing macaw. And we have Floki, another baby green wing macaw. Tonight we're going to change it up a little bit. Going to answer a couple questions, but then Sean is going to profile green wing macaws. So each week we decided that we may, if we're not answering questions, we may pick a species and profile it to keep things a little interesting.
Daniel asks, what are your thoughts on proper lighting for birds, specifically UV light?
Birds by nature are the most visually oriented. They're also considered or nicknamed a pair of eyes with wings. Birds need proper light not only to identify their mate, they need proper lighting for to analyze their food, and household lighting is not it's not good enough to, or it's not adequate enough for the needs of your bird. UV light also helps break down calcium in African greys to help with the absorption of calcium, which is extremely important for African greys. UV light also can be used for breeding. All of my birds get UV light. Some may disagree with me, as some other breeders that are watching the show may disagree with me, but my cockatiels get 12 hours of sunlight, UV sunlight, and 12 hours of darkness. And it's not complete darkness. I put a moonlight on because, again, they don't really like it too dark. I could write a dissertation on why to put UV light on your bird. But those are some of the more, I would say, common reasons for using lighting.
Somotarded asks, is there any way to make nail trimming fun or at the very least bearable for my macaw? He absolutely hates it.
I'm not going to go into it tonight. I'm not a huge fan of nail trimming. Maybe next week I'll discuss it a little bit more, why I don't believe in nail trimming. But as you can see, my hands and Sean's hands, we don't towel birds here. And we start very early on. If we are to start nail trimming, we start very early on for early desensitization, just like we do with the harness. With the bird, putting the bird in a harness, we start that very early on. We start bathing very early on. So again, same with nail trimming. If it's done early on in life, it doesn't become as traumatic for the bird. What, you want to cuddle? You want to do babies? You want to do loving? No? Okay. Want to go back up? She wants to go back up there. Buford. As you could tell, Buford has a little bit of a problem plucking, but he's a happy bird. He likes to do that to my ear as well. Buford plucks in the fall and grows his feathers back in the spring. Kind of odd. But anyway, back to the question. At this point, I don't know how old your bird is, but if your bird is used to being toweled or has been toweled from an early age, it may just be traumatized now, and it's going to take a long time, if at all, to be able to break the bird of that fear. I would recommend not toweling the bird. You can stop in here if you want. I don't know where you live in respect to the store. Sean or I can show you how to properly hold the bird so you don't have to towel the bird, or you can ask your avian vet.
Although most of them towel.
Yeah. Many people do towel vets if they don't have a vet tech. Next week, I will go into a little deeper why I'm not a fan of nail clipping.
First of all, they're the second largest flying parrot in the world, only second to the hyacinth. They're extremely active, very high energy for the first few years. They require a lot of time out of the cage. They're considered one of the most intelligent of the macaws, also the most comedic. They have a lot of personality. Charlie's been raising green wings for around 5 years, and not one baby has ever been the same. They're very, very different. They require a large cage. In my opinion, at least 40 wide by 30 deep by 60 high. That would be the smallest I would do for a green wing. They're very clingy when it comes to their owners, and they're extremely loyal. They love their family, very protective over their family. They need a high fat intake, a lot of nuts, a lot of oils, just like a hyacinth. They need a little more protein than a hyacinth does. Hyacinths, you don't want to do too much protein with them. Very, very strong beaks. Again, only second to the hyacinth, around 2,000 psi in their beak. So they require a lot of wood to chew, keep them busy. They're the quietest of the macaws. They're not known to really be screamers. My green wing sire, I'm lucky if he screams once or twice a day. So they're pretty quiet, although they can be extremely loud. As babies, they take a very long time to wean, around 20 weeks. Very, very emotional. And their average lifespan is around 50 years, but they can potentially live up to around 80. They are the true gentle giants. Again, they're very, very affectionate. They love to cuddle. I call them feathered dogs because they just love to lay on you. They need at least 5 hours a day out of the cage. When you first take a green wing out, they're extremely hyper. They need to release all their energy before they calm down. And they live in flocks of around 6 to 8 birds in the wild, so they are extremely social birds. They do require a lot of attention, and they always want to be with you. And you will not, in my opinion, get a better macaw than a green wing. They are amazing.
I love these guys. Like Sean said, I've been raising them for the last 5 years. I have Floki and Trixie's parents in my aviary at home. They are amazing parents, and as you could tell, these babies love cuddling, but they also like to be slightly independent. At least Trixie does.
Again, different personalities.
Every one of them
different. All different.
These two guys, I don't know if we mentioned in the beginning, are 17 weeks old. They're close to being weaned. This noise that you hear is a baby macaw, kind of a baby macaw tick. Most macaws do this. I just love them. We obviously love all birds. but these guys are amazing. We also thought each week we might feature something different, like a different product that we use. We've been getting some questions about how to clean a bird cage, or how to clean
What we use.
right, how to clean poop off of a floor. What we use here at Winged Aviary, I use it at home. Sean uses it at home. It's made by Avitech. It's called AviClean. It is all natural, and one of the active ingredients used in AviClean is surfactant. Surfactant is actually given to humans. Sometimes you're born with not enough surfactant, so it's given to humans to help with your lungs, help with lung development. What surfactant also does is it breaks down dried fruits and heavy-duty particles. You could actually use this stuff on your clothes to take stains off your clothes. AviClean you could spray. It's safe to use with the bird in the cage. It doesn't have a very strong odor to it, but if you spray it on, leave it for a few minutes, the soil, poop will literally just melt off. It's great.
Comes in 32 ounce, comes in a gallon. Just a great product. Comes in concentrate.
Hopefully the owner of Avitech is watching. Huge shout out. Janelle, you're amazing. We love your products. And as you can see, we have all of the Avitech products behind us.
We use them every day.
We put, for example, not just cleaning, but Avigain goes in our bird's baby formula. We also mix coconut oil from Avitech. That goes in the formula.
Probiotic.
Yep.
Vegetable fats.
Great product. So, you could also use Avigain. You could sprinkle it on your bird's seed or pellets to help give them a little bit of extra fat.
It's also an appetite stimulant. If you have a bird that's not eating very well, this will stimulate their appetite.
Yep.
Underweight due to illness, everything.
Unfortunately, that's about all we have for you guys tonight. Please send in your questions. We really, really enjoy doing this, and we want to continue doing it. And anyone who sends in a question and we answer it on the air, you will get a 10% discount on your next purchase at Winged Aviary. Unless you belong to Lips or the AFA, which you already get your 10% discount.
You can send questions anyway.
Yep. Even if you live out of state, send your question. If I read it or Sean reads it on the air, you will get a discount, and we do not charge for shipping. So there's no order too large or too small that will require you to pay shipping here at Winged Aviary. Thank you and good night.
Good night.